I represent DS Smith's packaging today, and especially the packaging division. I will give you a short introduction what we are doing at all, and I'm responsible for Germany and Switzerland for the product safety part. Next to I'm responsible for quality and environmental aspects. So this is, in our view, very close together to see. And yes, just to introduce you what we are doing, because maybe this is important as a point of the view of a manufacturer of food contact packaging. So we, in our point of view, quite a big company. We have 25,000 employees about. We are presented in 34 countries, global, and a revenue of 3.8 billion euros or pounds here. So our mother is located and listed on the London Stock Exchange, founded in 1940. So, and we have 4 divisions. The first one I represent is the packaging division. Then we have a recycling division, paper division, and a plastics division. So yes, you will see on the next slide we have an integrated model. So we're bringing our packaging, paper, recycling, and plastic operations together, allowing us to see the bigger picture. And of course, there is a cycle in it, and we have the recycle circle in it, and it allows us to see what happens all over this cycle. So just a quick view to our customers. So they're well known in Germany and Switzerland, and I think there are global ones as well. And you see a lot of food contact customers, and they really have important interest in that we are compliant with all the rules we discussed this morning. And of course, they want to have us to be within the discussions which is coming in the future. So it's an important point for us to be present in forums and workshops like these to see what happens and what we have to be prepared in the future. So I mentioned before, sustainability is a big part of us, and it's important for our customers as well. And the sense of responsibility and sustainability is the important thing for us. So we need to include the impact on nature, economic relationships, and social responsibility. And I think this is very important for our customers. And everything is audited regularly. Every month we have audits from customers, but also we have certificates. So you heard from Bernhard in the presentations that especially a good manufacturing process is important. So now I come to the important point to this presentation, the measuring migration from food contact materials in case of corrugated packaging. So corrugated packaging made of 3 or 5 layers of paper glued together and at the end printed on a whiteboard, for instance. So for us, the legal compliance, which is relevant and present, we have the European framework we heard before, the Good Manufacturing Practice Regulation. We need to comply with and to lift this on the operations floor. We have the REACH regulation and European Council directive, which is a bit of environmental part of as well. So food contact to be in line with the law is very important, and we have essential requirements. We are responsible for our paper sources, and this is always the part of our business, and supply based on ethical practices. Yes, so coming to write a declaration of compliance, of course, you need to do a lot of things before and behind the window. You always, and this is on a product level or product group level, you have to be informed about the customer application, because you need to know what is what is coming into our product, what is coming into our packaging. We need to go deep inside to analyze this. And after that, we have to decide which raw materials are usable for this special application. For instance, is it for food contact, direct food contact, or indirect food contact? Is it primary packaging or secondary packaging? And then you can decide which raw material is the best one. And because the best one at all is mostly the most expensive one. And to are good in this way, you need to have different ways to provide good solutions. Then in the third, you need to think about your production process, because this is very important. You, of course, you need to have a good housekeeping. You need to have very clean production floor sites. You have to be an hygiene system in place. And at the end, you can control the risk with your manufacturing process. For instance, how much ink do you apply on the board? How much starch do you apply? And so on. And this is important to see and to think about manufacturing process. And this is the main part which is audited in standards for food contact. Then, of course, we do modeling and or calculating the theoretical worst case scenario, because there you can see is it dangerous for the customer or not. And at the end, if this is not enough, then we go to an analytical testing. And this is a cycle, and you need to think about maybe 2 or 3 rounds to get the right solution at the end. And at the end, the producing side and the operational side is responsible what he's offering, and this is the task for us to have this in mind in every place and in all 34 countries. So it's yes, that's the topic. And why do we need analytical testing? In our point of view, is we demonstrate compliance with regulations. This is important, and to issue the right certificates of compliance. As we heard before, it's not always the same on a manufacturing area. So we think we're doing this in a proper way, and our customers confirm this. And the analytical testing is to support our risk assessment, of course, at the end. And you need a monitoring system to be in line with these limits, which are in the regulations. And we support with this results industry initiatives, and we try to participate European discussions. And at the end, the theoretical calculations sometimes are not conclusive. So overall, and specific migration testing, for us, just to give you a picture, nearly 50% is food packaging, what we are producing, but only 1 to 2% is direct contact with foodstuff. But keep in mind that all the well-known producer of food, they want that you, as a producer of the packaging, that you think that you deliver a primary packaging, because there's the migration topic at the end. So the majority for us is, of course, the food contact packaging with indirect contact, but still in very deep inside to have it as a primary packaging at the end. And we say Tenax migration is a common migration technique to assess the effect of paper and board packaging on foodstuff. So this is the common way in our company. And we, of course, have an external laboratory, or more than one, and we work with a close collaboration with these external laboratories, because they have the big experience of all things what happen in the market, and maybe not only the corrugated board experience. So this is important for us to collaborate with them. And of course, they need to be independent and accredited. And yes, well recognized in Europe, this helps. And therefore, we can provide third-party certificates, which some of our customers need. So migration topics, of course, which is part of the risk assessment. So there are potential coming from the total supply chain of all food raw materials. Then, of course, our raw materials in the corrugated board, like paper, glue, ink, and adhesives. So a big range. And, of course, the transport and the protection materials which come around our products or to the products afterwards. This is some sources of this migration potential stuffs. And yes, at the end, it's depending on the lifetime of the product which are in the packaging, the contact time and temperature, and surface interactions. What is the ratio of the surface of the food and the ratio of the packaging? And at the end, there are some idea solutions with functional barriers. Of course, this is a way for the future. Maybe as a conclusion at the end, I would say this is, and you see it on this last slide here, that it's important to be in the whole process of the whole supply chain and discuss with our suppliers, which is a task for the future. So to be very close with our suppliers and the suppliers of the suppliers, and to where we work together with the end customers. Yeah. So if you are interested more deeper insight, we are presented in the internet in all medias which are available at the moment. And I'm happy to answer any questions and make the discussions afterwards. So thank you very much. Okay.